Okay, here we are ready to start day 2. Well, technically day 3 because yesterday I hauled grain, but day 2 of cutting. Got my moisture tester with me. I got my little battery operated steel chainsaw in the grain truck, just in case, because this field has some walnut trees. I went through, my buddy owns the ones over here, and we went through winter before last, and we limbed them all up. So this side fine, but this side, there's a bunch of walnuts down there that are on a different guy's property that I can't limb up. So basically all I can do is hang my head out the window and saw them off however how far out they hang over the field. And they're fast growers, so it seems like every year I gotta do that. It's been a damn good drying day, so it should be plenty good. Yeah, stuff's kind of thin up here. It should be good up here. And this is where I don't know if I'd have thrown more fertilizer at it, if it would have made a damn bit of difference, because I just don't think I had the stand. I know I didn't have as good a stand as what I had at my uncle's last year. So I just don't think any more fertilizer would have made any difference. I just think it is what it is. Or was what it was, or however you want to say that. But what I'm gonna do, come on, clean off. That got an on in my mouth. Alright. It's cracking. I'm gonna go down, cut my end rows off that side and come back, and then I'll check the moisture when I get back, because it's gotta be, there ain't no way it's over 15%, so. And I gotta get myself a spot to park the truck, so if I make a pass down and a pass back, and then I can back the truck in here where I normally do, and we should be good to go. Oh. Gotta put my door stop on. This is the only place to get into it. So when you're combining it, you got no choice but to break in here. It'd be nice if you can get to one end or the other so that it works out right, but whatever. axle aside from the critters that are floating around in there. I was getting kind of pissed off because I got down to the far side and the ground dips off toward the property line, and there's a hill there, and there wasn't really, I mean, there was wheat, but it was thin. It was worth cutting. It just, there wasn't a whole lot there, and I could not for the life of me get it to quit putting heads in the grain tank, and I screwed with it and I screwed with it. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? And then I got to thinking, there's not enough shit here to keep the combine full, so you're not getting the rubbing action, so it physically, I can't get the concave tight enough and that thin of a stand to knock the heads out. Got back up here in the good wheat, it did that. For a second I thought I'd lost my touch setting up a combine. But we are going to grab this guy. And throw in the cab with me. And I'm gonna check moisture right quick. It's gotta be dry. I mean, the way it's cutting, it's cutting great. And as you can see, it's cleaning great. Figured out a long time ago you can't use this thing on the combine because the vibration is enough to throw everything off and it gets pissed at you. Perfect. And the test weight on this thing, it doesn't matter what grain it is, wheat, beans, corn, it's always low. And I think it's because you can't pack it. I don't need this, so I could probably just go ahead and throw it back in the grain truck and keep cutting. Here's one of them walnut branches I told you about. This was cut back enough last year to get through here with the combine, and this one grew out this far already. These things grow like weeds. this is a different guy, so. Tis what it is. right. I got got a pretty good dent put in it. That's what I was trying to say. All I got left is these short rows up here. I already got, obviously did the end rows along the far side, and then the little doink that goes back around the end of the woods there, that's done. My truck's loaded. This truck's got 2 dumps in it. Basically, after I got off of the long rows, things kind of went to shit. Wow. Breeze goes away and shit starts getting, that's why I quit for 2 reasons. A, I need to clean my windshield because coming back toward the sun I couldn't see shit. And it's about, well, now it's 9 o'clock. When I quit it was about 8:45, and I just kind of sat there and contemplated what I got done today for a minute. But so the breeze died down probably 30-40 minutes ago, and it's gonna start getting real tough real quick, so I decided to just quit while I was ahead. But anyway, basically once I got off of the long rows down in here, well, you can basically see almost a line where my last pass in the long row was, right here in this windrow. And then basically at the next windrow you start seeing more grass and more grass and more grass until it turns completely to grass. So basically, fucking deer. Oh, 2 fucking deer, 3 fucking deer, rotten bastards. So basically all the short rows from here down didn't really do shit. I mean, there was enough there to warrant combining it, but it wasn't a super duper contributing to the overall yield of the field type of deal. So I lost all that. Basically the 4 end rows down there, well, same deal. Basically there was good end rows up until, shoot this windrow straight out the end. That was basically where the grass wraps around, and basically the end rows down there were shit all the way down. So basically just this whole section down here really didn't do anything. The long rows were doing, they were carrying. The long rows did really good. I could make a down, a back, and a down, and I wasn't gonna make a full back, so rather than come part way down and screw the end rows up, I just deadhead back to the truck and then deadhead back and keep cutting. These end rows that wrap around here, I still got to cut one more so I got room to turn. The first 2 didn't really amount to shit. The third one's okay. The fourth one will be a little better. These short rows should do fairly decent. But there is, and you'll see it tomorrow when I'm out here finishing up cutting. There's a spring or something that goes through this field about 50, probably further than that, probably about 75 yards in from the end. It's got to be a spring. I don't know what the hell else it could be, because there's like a 50-foot wide swath that's always wet. Well, wetter than the rest of the field. And you cut that through, the wheat got thin in there. And then the end rows on all 4 end rows on that side were basically non-existent, and that hill in the back that wraps around was kind of meh. But so I don't really know how to yield estimate this field, because I don't really, I mean, it's 12 acres total. And yes, there was wheat on pretty much all of it, but a lot of it didn't really contribute much, if anything. So I don't, like I say, I don't really know how to estimate this as to how well it's doing. If everything did like what these long rows did, I bet we were pushing 70-75 bushel wheat. But then you get down into spots like that where I probably should have had most of a hopper off of that, just that or at least half a hopper just on that section down there, and it barely made it out of the well and up into the unload augers. So, but it's, well, we'll know tomorrow. Tomorrow when I get off of work, I'm gonna haul my truck in right away and get it empty. And then the rest of this should fit on Dad's truck, because I probably got about a hopper. I hope I got at least one more hopper out there in a partial. And I got room for about 2.5 more dumps in here, so everything will fit. And so I'll go dump my truck first thing tomorrow, and then we'll bring Dad's truck back over here, top it off. So I got a load that's actually worth hauling down, and then we'll be done. So yeah, I guess we'll catch you tomorrow to get finished up here. And we're back. I just got done. I got all my windows cleaned off on that, so I can actually see out the damn cab again. That's nice. I hauled in the first load off of this field. The test weight was a little lower. It's 56.8, and the moisture went up to 15.4. So the only thing I can figure, because I tested it and it was 13, what was it, 13.5, I think I showed it on video, pretty sure I did. So the only thing I can think is maybe this low ground down here got wetter. Hell if I know. But I tested before I left Mom and Dad's. After seeing that, I tested this and it's 14.2. So where the hell the 15.4 came from? But I don't think the moisture tester that at the elevator is calibrated for shit for wheat. And I'm not the only one around here that said that, because I'm not the only one that's had issues with them testing wheat that didn't make any sense. So, I mean, the shit cracks. And it ought to be drier today, because it was a nice day, and we haven't really had shit for humidity all week, so it shouldn't have been sucking up any moisture. It should have been losing. So the only downside to this field is it's shaded from the south, but you wouldn't think that would affect a whole lot. I just wish my population was better. I think this would have been a hell of a field if it would have came up like it should have, but like I say, you can't really knock it too hard. It fucking cracks. I don't know. I'm finishing cutting it. Screw them. They're gonna take it. I don't know why their cutoff down there is only 15%. And I was gonna get really mad if they were gonna pitch a bitch over 0.4 on the moisture. I don't know why the hell they cut it off at 15, because everybody and their brother knows that wheat or corn, beans not so much, but wheat and corn, up to 17%, you can throw it in a bin, throw a fan on it, and it'll keep just fine. I mean, 17% on wheat and corn ain't shit. I had that stuff last year that we threw in the bin at like 17.5, and it was in a bin for what, like 5 weeks with a fan on it. No mold, no nothing. If anything, it helped it because it took the smell away from the ragweed. I mean, and then the guy that runs it bitches because he can never get rid of the wheat. Mind you, it's Gavilon Grain. They're based out of Nebraska. They have elevators all over. They take wheat. It's not like it's a weird thing for them to do. They take wheat, and God forbid they clean their dryer. I mean, they got a big tower dryer standing there right now, not doing a shitting thing. Put that thing on the lowest heat setting you can, turn the feed rate up as fast as you can, and just run it through and let guys cut it at, 18%, 20%, and dry it down artificially, and you end up with better grain quality and a higher test weight, because that's the way wheat works. If you can cut it wetter and dry it down, you end up with a better test weight out of it and better grain quality. and then it's easier to get rid of because you get milling quality wheat. But no, let's not do that. I don't know. What can you do? But let's get this. I want to say I'm excited it's going to be done, but I'm really not. I wish I had another 20 acres to cut just because it's going so good. We're going to knock on this tree real quick because I said that. Knock on some wood. We're not done yet. So, pitter patter, let's get at her. And with that, we are done cutting wheat. I ran the truck over to the house, over to Mom and Dad's house. Put it in the barn for the night. I tested the wheat that's in it again. The stuff that I just dumped in it, and it was 14.2. think it was 14 too. So should be under 15. Guess we'll find out tomorrow when I haul it in, but I'm gonna try to get this, get the head off and get it shuffled around and stuffed in the barn tonight, because we have a chance of rain tomorrow. So I prefer it not get rained on since it's dirty. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of the night. But first I gotta run and get my pickup. I took my four-wheeler ramps over there since it's just around the corner. Me and Teeter are gonna hop on the four-wheeler and go over there and get my truck and come back. So I guess we'll catch you guys tomorrow, and I'll wrap this video up and we haul that load in and figure out how we did. I don't think we made 50 over there. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. So we shall see. Well, we're gonna end this video a little different than what I intended, because it's been raining pretty much all day, up until about 30 minutes ago, and naturally about the time the rain quit is about the time the elevator closed, so I never got a chance to haul any grain in. So I don't know exactly what that other field did yet. And since it's been raining, probably gonna end up having to break this straw, which if I do that, I'll probably end up merging two windrows together to make one big one, possibly. Yeah, it's pretty well saturated. I had 3/4 of an inch, and it rained more since then, so might be closer to 8/10 by now. They did get the straw baled off the other field. They ended up making 13 round bales, which is a little disappointing, but that's the stand over there obviously wasn't as good as I had hoped. This field should make a little bit better straw because the stand was better. So but it rained all day today. Tomorrow's supposed to be cloudy, so it's probably not going to do any drying. Then we got another chance of rain tomorrow, or Sunday, so probably not going to do any drying this weekend, but hopefully Monday we get through Sunday, and then the weather's supposed to straighten back out again. So probably Monday, if it dries decent during the day, I'll probably come out here or bring the rake back over here, since I already took it home, and at least bump these windrows over, if not merge them. We'll see. So, and I'll get that Monday, I'll get that last load of wheat hauled in, and we can give you a final tally of how we came out. So anyhow, just had to do something to wrap this video up. So I guess that's it for this one, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.